Holy shit, I love that intro. That's pretty awesome. He's pretty much vibing
There's a piece
over
missing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting down. Hey.
All right. Welcome to the East Coast Red and Gold podcast. I'm Niners Jess, Ty Austin, Maddie B, who's inactive but may pop in, and we got Niner Lady Dina. It is Wednesday, July 30th. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Shade
What's
Show.
up?
Yo.
We are
No
chilling.
All right. So before we get to it, we are brought to you by Faithful Gear. Get your customized Faithful Gear at faithfulgear209.com. And it's made for the faithful, by the faithful. And tell Robert that we sent you. And guys, the season's right around the corner, so go ahead and get your gear.
Gear
I
up
got mine
now.
all set and ready to go.
Boom.
Can't wait. All right. So let's talk some injuries. We know Renardo Green, Jacob Cowing, hamstring should be back in 2 weeks with the joint practices with the Raiders. Juwan Jennings with the calf, which is a little concerning because it's pre-existing. And Michael Williams has a minor ankle injury. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I believe that it's minor. I think they've been extremely cautious with their injuries, like throughout this whole OTA, offseason, whatever. So I think this is another example of that. Like, we need him. I think they're realizing we need all 53, right? We need these guys. So the slightest tweak here in practice, installs, let's hold him out, make sure he's healthy, and be ready to go. In a week when the real practicing starts, when we do the joint practices and such. So I'm hoping they're just being very cautious.
Yeah, I think cautious is the operative word, especially right now. The more cautious you are, the better off we are.
Yeah.
But, I still hate to hear stuff like that. But again, it's on the airing, doing the side of caution is not, there's nothing wrong with it. I'd rather you err on caution now so you can prepare for later, get healthy and let's go out there and kick some butt. So even though I hate to hear this, I agree. Caution is definitely necessary right now.
Yeah, I mean, what's up, Chris? It's only 2 days of padded practice. So we have a lot to get to cram in tonight. But as far as the injuries go, I mean, it's looking on the positive side that, okay, Renardo Green, Jacob Cowing will be back in 2 weeks, hopefully. Juwan Jennings seems to be day to day. Michael Williams, they're being cautious, I feel, as you guys said. One thing though is Ricky Pearsall was back. They were ramping him up, on the side field, and he came back, and then yesterday he didn't practice. He got the day off. Some people don't like that because we don't have Debo. We're not going to have BA for some time. Juwan Jennings is hurt. What are your guys' thoughts on Pearsall getting a rest day yesterday?
Well, all depends. I mean, in a way, I kind of like it, and in a way, I don't. I want him to try to get as many reps as possible, but to what end? I'm thinking like week 6, week 7. I want to see him as healthy and taut as possible. But in a way, when I first read it, I was just like, huh? Why? But yeah, I don't know. That's my take on it.
Rob D says, too many soft tissue injuries in a building with SF written everywhere. You'd think they would remember to stretch first.
They should.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't know. I mean, we've talked about this in the past, like the strength and conditioning team,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
athletic trainers and stuff like that. And I know they kind of gave the boot to, whoever was there in the
Yep.
past, but I think they need to take another look.
You gotta do something different. Like, just do something different. I don't know. It's weird that always get these soft tissue injuries. They always seem to hit us and hit us hard too. Like, it's never just like one guy, two guys. It's like multiple. Um, it's the oddest thing. I think Ricky, they're being very cautious with him as well. Like, they held him out, got him in camp. I mean, got him into practice finally. And for all reports, he was going hard. Like, there was
Yeah.
no limitations on him. They were letting him go. So
Yeah.
I think they just was like, all right, let's hold him back again, give him an extra day of rest. And, when we continue, we'll let him go. I really feel they're just being very cautious with everyone until these joint practices start. Because I think they want everyone there for those. Because Kyle holds those, in higher regard than anything else. So just hold them out. And, it's smart to hold them out now, right now, I think.
Well, right. I mean, because you're not practicing against your own team, you're practicing against another team. So I think that's better. And last year, I don't think we did because we had too many injuries.
Yeah.
So they actually, we were supposed to
cut one,
practice
remember?
with the Saints, I believe.
Yeah.
And
they cut
they
it.
wound up canceling them because everybody was injured.
Yep.
So
Right.
people forget about that too. I mean, a lot of people saying like, oh, they're babying Ricky Pearsall.
No.
But you know what? I think, erring on the side of caution, like Dina said, I think that's the way to go. Until these joint practices with the Raiders.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Because how else are you going to see what they have unless you have a joint practice? And you
Right.
need everybody healthy to see what they have and what they can do.
Yeah.
And have somebody busted up in a joint practice.
Right. And for a guy like Ricky, he for all we know, Kyle might be penciling him in at wide receiver number 1.
Yeah.
Right.
So
We don't know.
you want to make sure he's there, especially week 1. We know week 1, Seahawks, that is a high level game.
Yeah.
We want to make sure everyone is able to take the field on week 1.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be cautious with them now, make sure they heal up nice and right so that we're ready in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Papa J in the
Hey,
house.
Papa J.
Hey.
What
Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, Ricky Pearsall is definitely up there, close to that number 1 spot. The more concerning one for me is Juwan Jennings because the calf injury is a lingering one.
Yep.
Yeah. That broke my heart when I saw it this morning on the news report I get. I was like, huh? Oh, no. Already?
Yeah.
Yeah. And oh my God, I'm drawing a blank to the offensive coordinator's name.
I was about to say Bobby Slowick.
No.
Yeah, I know it's not him. Oh my gosh.
Nick Lombardi is the quarterback's coach, and then there's
he's got a brother. His name.
His father won the Super Bowl with the Broncos.
Chat, help us out.
Oh my God. Wow. No, not Kyle Shanahan. I think I would know Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, we know Kyle's the coordinator, but the guy with the title. Kubiak.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know
if
it's
Stan Kubiak?
Plant or Clay, though. I'm not sure. But Kubiak.
One of them.
Kubiak.
Yes.
Yes, Steve-O, the struggle.
Yes, the struggle was real.
Thank you,
there
Kelly.
You go. Thank you.
Woo. That's a first. Never had a brain freeze like that. All right. Yeah.
We're going to blame it on the shades.
What's that?
We're going to blame it on the shades.
Yes.
Yeah.
You couldn't see what we were thinking.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I need a sip on that.
But yeah, Clay Kubiak was saying that, the calf is hurting. Like it's really bothering Juwan Jennings.
Mhm.
So I wasn't I wasn't too okay with that. Like that was kind of like,
Yeah, because remember it started in OTAs, so you figure
yeah,
that 40 days off,
Yeah.
heal up, it'd be gone, non-issue. Here it is again.
Here, yeah. Now it's
So
an
now it's
issue.
like,
Yeah.
right. So now, and we know these things tend to linger. Is this going to linger all season? Is it going to be one of those things? It's very concerning.
yeah. I mean, and I'm not going to speak it into existence.
No.
You know, like all like the injuries past the calf and, you know, and stuff and what it's related to and stuff like that. So we won't speak that into existence into the universe.
Right.
What's up, McNiner? Good to see
What's
you.
up?
David, my McNiner.
When you're cool, the sun's always shining. That's right.
The show.
That's right. Let's go. We just need Maddie here to complete the you know, the shade show.
Exactly.
All right. So Brock Purdy, he missed day one of the padded practices. I know Ty was going to bring his pot and spoon to stir the pot a little bit, but it turns out that him and his wife had a cute baby girl.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Brock Purdy and Jenna Purdy. Brock is now a girl dad, so that's pretty cool.
Right.
All right. So the Niners are off today. They practice Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. They had 2 days of pads, Monday and Tuesday. Monday was the first padded practice. Kyle Shanahan was talking a little CMC. I think they finally realize that they have to protect CMC from himself.
Oh,
and those were the words of Kyle Shanahan.
What?
Exactly. So what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I have no thought on that. I'm just shocked.
Leaves you speechless.
I'm like, well, damn. All right, Kyle.
It's about time.
Wow. Talk about reeling. Talk about reeling somebody in.
You know,
it took him to have bilateral tendonitis.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
all that to say we need to protect CMC from himself.
Like, dude.
Wow.
Oh, well, I'm just glad the light bulb finally went off.
But you know what? That's words, though. We hope they put that into action.
Well, and I was thinking, true. Now let's just hope that he actually sticks by it and does it. Because you got to stable a young running backs, you know, backing up CMC. Put them to use. Put them to use. You can use them. Right? We've seen other guys. We just saw it last season. How Jordan Mason and Isaac Randall and Patrick Taylor Jr. all kind of flourished in their own way, given reps. Use them. CMC doesn't have to be out there for every snap.
No,
he doesn't. No. Steve-O said it's all fine and dandy until running back number 2 fumbles and everyone will be like, wasn't CMC in? Or why isn't CMC in?
RB1 fumbles too.
That's true.
Yeah.
It can happen on
probably had the biggest fumble of them all.
Tell him, Jess. Tell him, Jess.
He had the biggest fumble of them all in the Super Bowl.
Tell him, Jess.
That was RB1.
There you go.
That really deflated a lot.
Uh-huh.
Oh, because we was rolling. We was steamrolling them downfield.
Exactly.
And then that happened. It's like, oh. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, not only did it deflate that, I mean, you know, like we were at a party out there in Vegas, and it's just like,
yeah, I know, it like the whole air went out of rooms, everything, and
it was, you know, oh man, Crazy Juice, what's up? Well, CMC needs to know that his health is important. I think he does. I don't think he would have went to Germany if he didn't think his health was important to figure that out.
And he's got to take care of himself. He's a girl dad too.
Absolutely. Rob D
Mhm.
says he finally realizes what we've all been saying. He's
We've
talking
all
about
been
Kyle
saying it.
Shanahan.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. All right.
Yeah.
So day one, first day of pads. One of the breakout players is Upton Stout, which I think is pretty cool because I feel like John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, and let's throw in Robert Saleh, are hitting on this draft.
Mm-hmm.
Just like they did last year's draft with
Sure. Yep.
Mustafa, Renardo Green, like all those guys. So we seem to be headed in the right direction. Hearing good things about Upton Stout. He's a run stuffer and he's had an opportunity with the first team. What are your guys' thoughts on Upton Stout going forward?
Dean, I sure you shake your head. You got something?
Looks all right to me, but hey, what do I know? I'm just hoping everything, works out. I think he's a good player. But the proof is yet to be seen. Put it that way. I want to see more before I start.
Well, you got to see more, yeah.
Yeah, before I start giving severe accolades.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's camp, and these guys are unproven.
What about you, Ty?
But it's definitely good to see. It's definitely good to hear.
Right.
Going off topic, well, kind of on topic, but off topic.
Mhm.
They reconfigured their fields, their practice fields, so the fans seem to be like further away.
Yeah.
So it's like what they're seeing, they're really not seeing too much, which kind of sucks. I think they need to do that better.
I know.
I went there last year, definitely a bucket list item for me, and it was good. Like the practice fields were the way they were. But yeah, like as far as like seeing things and and hearing things, like we're all coming off of people like Larry Krueger and David Lombardi, like all those who have been there. But yeah, Upton Stout, like Rob D says, let's do it. He's notorious for
Let's
that.
do it.
Crazy Juice says, I hope Stout proves us all wrong.
Who's us? About what?
Yes. Please elaborate on that.
Yeah.
And he also says, I also hope Jacob Robinson sneaks his way into the practice squad. Yeah, he's, from what
There's a lot of guys they're going to try to
he's
sneak
been
in
having
there.
a really good camp.
Yeah.
I hope he's not one of those that like, they cut him. I forget what the cornerback was. I think it was last season. He was having like a spectacular camp and they wound up cutting him.
Yeah.
And he went elsewhere and something Jefferson, I think. I forget his first name.
There was one year. I remember there was one year. There was a really good corner who also played good on special teams, and they cut.
Yes,
and he went elsewhere and was making plays.
Yes.
I can't remember his name.
And he was cut.
Yeah, and then wherever, I forget where he went, but he was doing good things.
Right.
People are like, why did we cut him? Blah blah blah. So I hope obviously, like it's there's 90 guys. We got to trim it down to 53. That's going to be tough, but hopefully they keep the right guys, the dogs that we need.
Yes.
Crazy Juice says what he means is that a lot of fans were upset because we drafted him. Well, a lot of fans were upset because he's 5'8".
Yeah,
but he doesn't. From what everyone says, he doesn't play like that frame.
Yeah,
he plays a lot
people
bigger.
say he's undersized. Yeah, right.
People
were people were upset because they wanted a lineman. Draft a lineman. That whole thing was going on. Then you get a small corner who everyone says could play the slot, but they didn't do their research on him and look into him. He plays bigger than what he is, and he's got that dog in him. I liked him. Once I looked him up and researched him, watched some film, etc., I know everyone was thinking, oh, cable company cut her off. Her name is
Oh.
still there. She's
Yeah.
there in some
there we go.
capacity. Okay.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
Dag. Okay. I was going to
There you
say
go.
some. I was going to say a very rude word. Ooh.
But everyone has been saying, we got our new Kwan Williams, and that's the comp, Kwan Williams. I'm gonna give you another name that everyone knows. Upton Stout plays like Jason Verrett.
Ooh.
He's Kwan Williams doesn't have the coverage skills that this kid has. He covers like Verrett. He's got that dog in him. He can play in the slot. He can also move outside if he needs to. He's got that kind of genetic makeup about him, right?
Wow.
As long as his body holds up, he doesn't break down like Verrett does. This kid could be a player for a long time to come.
Yeah,
So
it's interesting.
you have to be enthused when you hear the good things coming out from camp about him that he's holding up in both the pass and the run, because that's what we need from our slot guy.
Yeah, that's interesting that you said that, Ty, because that's a very good description. I completely forgot about Verrett.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you said that, yeah, okay, I can see that. Yeah,
Verrett was small, undersized,
right,
but he had that dog in him.
and they didn't
Played
think
tough.
he could pan out, but
Mm-hmm.
he sure the hell did pan out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good
It kind of
comparison.
sucks that we didn't have like Verrett a lot though.
Yeah.
He
True.
was hurt, and
Well, we got him later in his career, and then injuries unfortunately hit. It was like one after another.
Yeah, he had that spunk in him, though.
Yeah.
For that one season, he was healthy. He showed you he was our number one corner. He was not locked down. So
Rob D says, "Did you see what happened when Eli Apple tried to cover Juice and he got pancaked?"
No,
I didn't see that.
And then he said apple juice.
Apple
Well,
juice.
I think Eli Apple is a camp body.
His camp body, yeah.
Nothing more. We'll see what happens. Kali says, I think Darrell Luter Jr. could get cut. Yeah, I haven't really heard anything about him. But you never know. I mean, what everybody sees and reports and stuff, it doesn't necessarily mean that the coaches, feel the same way and
something different. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, they have practice film to look at and, meetings and all that jazz. And
there are reporters are back a distance away too. True. They're not just on the sideline.
Yeah.
Like everyone thinks. They're a ways away also, looking at this stuff from a distance, trying to track what's going on. So they don't have the complete story either.
Yeah, and that's true, because Larry Krueger had said today that he actually brought binoculars with him.
Yeah.
That's how far away they are.
They're far. Yeah, exactly. They don't let them get close.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the fans, they have the same spot every year. But I said, because they reconfigured the practice fields and stuff, everything
fans
is
even
so
further
much
now
away.
Yeah.
So
fans even further now.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
McNiner says Stout is short, but has a 37 vertical. He's comparable to my neighbor's Chihuahua, small but vicious.
I had an ex-boyfriend tell me I was like that.
Oh my gosh.
We talk a lot about relationships on this show. We need Maddie B to chime in here about,
he'll bring up something. Yeah.
Yeah. It compared me to a pit bull and a Chihuahua.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at that. Crazy Juice says, so Stout is the Chihuahua.
Yeah.
You guys are bringing it tonight. That's awesome. All right. So rookie standout along the line. I'm not surprised by this, but it's one CJ West.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
The Indiana Hoosier.
Yeah.
He is on fire. What do you guys think?
Wow. Huh.
I love him. I knew he'd be good. I gave my comp to him right away. He reminds me of a Hall of Famer. Dude,
Ooh.
like you don't have to worry about him playing high. He gets low. He gets his pads low. He plays with leverage. He's got power, and his feet are quick for a big man. He's got good feet. He moves well, and he can beat one-on-ones. Like, that's my guy to be like the guy here for a long time.
Mm.
Crazy
Yeah.
Juice says we have a hyena and now a chihuahua.
The Chihuahua name got to go. We got to switch that up.
Yeah, we got it.
We got to switch that up. We can't have no Chihuahuas on the team. Demo
Rob
won't
D
go for
says,
that.
CJ West looks awesome. I think he's going to be a star. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
And he's got the right attitude so far too. That's what I
Yeah,
like.
he's you know, he's very like chipper and and he seems like a fun guy to talk to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every interview he's smiling and bubbly.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
That's the kind of guy you want.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, another guy who's awesome along the line seems to be better inside but can also rush the outside is Michael Williams. Our first round draft pick. He has the minor ankle injury. We touched on this earlier. But what are your guys' thoughts of Michael Williams? Playing on the inside. I mean, we were all saying like, we finally found the bookend to Nick Bosa, which can very well still be, but he could also play inside as well. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, maybe they're just trying to see how he fits in that position. I mean, I still think he looked good on the outside, but who am I?
You're Big Dina.
Yeah, right.
A pit bull and a Chihuahua.
That's right. That's why I'm single. But no, I think maybe they're just trying to see how his versatility. I don't know. I prefer, like you said, bookend. But like again, I don't know. Let's see his versatility. If he can play in the inside, maybe they'll do a toss up and have him do both. Try something one week, try something another week, see where he's comfortable, see where things are gelling, where they're not gelling, and make a decision from there.
Kali Young says CJ West is pissing off the O-line. I love it. Little shoving match yesterday. Yeah.
Yep.
You know who's really getting frustrated? Trent Williams. Because Nick Bosa is an absolute animal.
He got blocked them dudes.
Yeah. And
they're like, oh yeah.
And they said that Trent Williams, like when he was walking off to the sideline yesterday, he was visibly like frustrated. Because Nick Bosa just kept getting by. Yeah.
He was getting whipped. That make me mad too.
Yeah, I would be pissed too. But you know what? We'll get it. Trent Williams is awesome anyway. Yeah. But we'll get a better Trent Williams come week 1, I feel. Because
I think next practice
more motivation.
Watch next practice, he'll come out pissed off. And don't be surprised if you hear Trent Williams was whooping Nick Bosa and Williams and everybody else the entire day. That's who he is.
Yeah, I think even Trent Williams was asked about it, and he was just kind of like, yeah, it's not fun going up against those guys, whether it's Michael Williams, Nick Bosa. Rob D said that Michael Williams can move inside when Huff comes in on 3rd down.
Yeah. We know Sala will go to a NASCAR package of some sort. That's why they got the speed rushers there. He loves that speed coming off the edge. But when you look at Michael Williams, he has the prototypical build of a defensive end. And he could be a 3-down defensive end, along the lines of Crosby and Bosa and everybody else that you think of, Watt, all those guys. Like he's got the makeup for it.
Yeah.
I think right now they're just kind of playing toward his strengths. Like in Georgia, he was on base downs, playing the run on the outside. Then they moved him inside to rush. So they'll do that for now. And if they see that his pass rush skills like pick up on the outside, I think they'll just leave him out there. They'll just leave him out there. And that probably won't come until next season, season after, etc. But I do think he has the makeup to be that. Just every down, book end, defensive end, you leave him out there, and you know he's going to get pressure off the edge as well.
Bryce Huff is having a nice camp as well.
Mm-hmm. He's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes a difference when guys are happy and are comfortable, and he's got a coach that knows how to use them, put them in good situations. Like, he's really happy. So you can see him having, 10, 12 sack season just because he's happy and comfortable.
Right.
Rob D says, tell Bosa to go easy. We don't want Trent thinking about retirement yet. Nah, I don't think Trent's going anywhere.
Nah.
Exactly. 3 of you guys didn't hit the like yet. Go and do it.
Something
And if you haven't subscribed yet, please go and do it. We're a fun bunch. Kali says, yes, Huff is lightning quick. Yeah, he is. And we signed defensive end Jalen Allen, who also knows Bryce Huff
Right.
from Memphis. So that, already like Jalen Allen was like, all right, what do I need to know? How do I,
picking his brain,
get started and, and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool. 2 linebackers that are also making big noise at camp. D Winters, Nick Martin. Your thoughts on those guys, Dina?
I didn't hear anything except for impact. But that's all I know.
You're freezing on us, Dina. They're coming after you.
See? Oh,
they're coming after you.
Damn Xfinity. I paid the bill.
It's just the arguing.
About the other two.
Somebody in there taking it personal.
I got you personal. I'm going there acting like Medea tomorrow back in the office.
All right. So what are your thoughts on them again?
Say that one more time. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I haven't heard too much. I mean, I heard about D Winters, but I haven't heard too much about the other.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? On it.
I think, yeah, like people have said like D Winters is really like, flying around and stuff like that. Like they very briefly mentioned Nick Martin. But the 2 of them seem to be doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that he's making an impact. That was the last I heard.
Yeah,
D Winters making an impact.
What do you think, Ty?
Yeah, D Winters continuing where he left off from the end of the season. He had a really good, finale to the season. He just got dinged up. Like at this point, I don't think anyone was questioning, can he play? Can he get things done? It's just, can he stay healthy? Because he flies around and throws his body around so much, he took some licks. So it's like, hey, play a little smarter, be a little better in your form tackling, so you can stay on the field. So I think he's just continuing, like people say, Devondre Campbell quit. He quit because D Winters took his spot. If you go back and watch that Chicago game, they put D Winters in there before him, above Campbell. So D Winters played his way into that spot. He took his spot. That's what started the whole thing. So I'm happy to hear he's doing a lot better because, we need that linebacker to make that leap to be next to Fred.
Yeah.
So if it's him, I'm happy with that because he has progressed over his first 2 seasons. And Nick Martin has all the potential in the world. You know, another Fred Warner type, former safety, converted to linebacker, has coverage skills. He has some thump. I heard he got a big hit on somebody, and everyone said, "Ooh!" the other day. Like, we need that. So, like, they're definitely will be on the field. Those two on our base downs, you know, Flank and Fred. It's just which one stays on the nickel package. I think right now is D Winters, but I'm very happy with both of them.
Yeah, Canteen also had a big hit on Corey Kiner as well. So, you know, they're hitting, they're flying around. I'm liking this defense even before we get to joint practices with the Raiderettes.
Yep.
Kali says he's hearing Sebastian Valdez has looked good also. Yeah, I heard that as well. He's winning with power and speed, and that's definitely exactly what we need. You know, this guy Robert Saleh, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him before, but he seems to be doing pretty well.
Yeah, seems to have an aptitude for coaching up defense. You know,
yeah,
it's good to see. Good to see. Let me tell you,
it's refreshing.
Yeah, exactly. You know, good to see him be able to put players in the proper position, and so they can succeed and make plays. Very encouraging.
Yes.
And you know what too, the offense is actually doing pretty well. Although like yesterday, the defense ended it with, you know, them winning, you know, practice or whatever. But the offense is doing pretty well. And what I like and what I've always said is that with Robert Saleh, you know, being, you know, coming back again, it gives Kyle Shanahan the chance to focus on the offense. You know, so we look at one Brock Purdy. Is he in the driver's seat for this 49ers team?
Absolutely. I've been saying this since last season. Like, everyone calls the offense the Avengers. Well, if they're the Avengers, he's Captain America.
I mean, it takes a lot of character. Takes a lot of character to be put in that position, and he has the character, and get everybody motivated and get him out there to do the job. He has the character for it. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely does. I mean, you know, he's definitely the type of quarterback that the 49ers, the organization, the brass love. You know, because he's a stand-up guy, doesn't get into trouble, you know, you don't hear about any, you know, dirty laundry, like anything like that. And he's the quarterback, which is the most important position on the team.
Right.
So of course he's in the driver's seat. From what has been reported, he's having a great camp. He seems to be connecting with Jordan Watkins, who's showing some speed. You know, what are your guys' thoughts on, you know, just Brock Purdy overall as a quarterback? You know, you bring in Mac Jones, you have Tanner Mordecai, you know, and then, you know, the receivers that are stepping up, you know, and like I mentioned, Jordan Watkins.
Well, he definitely has, he's gained the respect of his team, and he's gained the you know, the not only the respect but the admiration from his team, the rest of the team, and his attitude, and he comes out there and produces. You know, he takes his hits, but he produces, and he does things but he has the respect of his teammates, and he has that camaraderie with his teammates, which is very important. And they know who they can trust. You know, there's a development of trust that has to be gained. And, you know, if you don't trust somebody, you're not going to do anything for them. Right? If I don't like you and I don't trust you, I'm not going to do anything for you. But he gained that trust and he gained that admiration and that respect and that camaraderie from his teammates. And that's important because now you can see how things are going to gel together. You know, it's going to be that nice, tight BS, you know. And that's important. That's important, especially on the field and off the field. And he's displayed that character, that high character on and off the field. So I think that's very important.
Did she freeze? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Ty.
Yeah. It's funny. It's laughable. Let me put it like that. It's laughable that you still hear people on the outside question Brock Purdy, right? And we all understand very small sample size in terms of his playing experience. He just finished his second complete season. But man, what a trajectory he's on. Like, he's shown in a very short amount of time that he's amongst the top quarterbacks in the league. Like, forget the rankings and all that stuff. When you mention, hey, give me your top quarterbacks in the league, he's in that conversation. And this is the year where I feel we really are going to see him take a huge step. Because now he's got all the controls. He's got 2 full years of experience under his belt, right? He's got the command of the entire offense.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Kyle should be like this,
Yeah.
even more. Like, if you can get tighter than this, like, let me hook my finger. Like, if you could do this, that's what they'll be. And he's the guy that is going to get everybody on the offense right. So he's definitely our franchise quarterback, even though some say he shouldn't be. Forget them. Forget what you hear on the outside. He's the truth. Like I said, if the offense is the Avengers, he's Captain America, and he's going to lead the ship. And we're going to go as far as he's going to take us. And we've seen he's already taken us to the pinnacle. Like, he helped. But I think we can go even further. And that means holding that big trophy at the end.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Ty, you said he has command of the offense. Like, that was going to be my thing. Like, he has command of the huddle.
Mm-hmm.
He really does. I mean, sometimes, like, if a receiver isn't running the correct route, he'll say, like, hey, you got to do this. Like, I know he in the beginning, Juwan Jennings didn't finish the route, and he was like, oh, JJ, you got to run it out, like, you got to, and like that's what I love about Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even, with George Kittle's personality in the huddle, like, he told George to shut up at one point.
And that was his first game.
Yeah.
If you remember, George told that story about the first game when he came in versus Miami after Jimmy G got hurt. He came in and told everybody, yo, shut up. Got to play to run.
Yeah.
Bam. Right off the start. He's taking control and taking the job seriously. And people don't give him credit for that. The dude works and studies extremely hard. And we saw how this offseason he made time to go work out with George, go work out with Ricky and Jacob, and go work out with Juwan. Like, he did these things. Why? He's taking it serious. He wants those guys to be on the same page so they can be firing on all cylinders this season. Building up that chemistry, extending that chemistry, let me say this, extremely early in the offseason process.
Yeah, absolutely. Rob D says Purdy has become a vocal leader now too. He definitely has, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
A little nugget. We restructured Spencer Burford's contract. Spencer Burford, friend of the show.
Really?
Yes. Yep.
Oh my.
So I want to talk a little Corey Kiner, undrafted running back. Um, it appears that obviously CMC is running back one. Running back two, probably Isaac Garendo. They seem to be, practicing him, running out of the backfield, catching passes.
Yep.
You think Corey Kiner can kind of slide in there at RB3?
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
I think that 3 spot is
that's
a
gonna be
battle
tight.
with him, Patrick Taylor, and is it James Jordan who we drafted?
Yes.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
Jordan James.
Jordan James. Yeah, mixed it up.
Mhm.
I think that's a battle because they're like high on all 3 of those guys.
Yeah,
Right.
that position's gonna be tight.
Yeah, and we only keep so many, and it's going to be hard to sneak them on the practice squad. So that's going to be a battle. I do believe Garendo has the edge at wide receiver 2. I mean, running back 2 because of his wide receiver skills that he has, and catching passes out the backfield and his speed, able to get yak, all that good stuff. So it sets him apart. But that third running back position, that kind of grinder, that power back that those guys seem to be, that's a battle. I think
Yes.
that's something we should be paying attention to in these camp talks. Like, which one of those guys is showing out? That's going to be something to look at during preseason. Who gets those reps and how well they do?
Yeah, I mean,
For
there's
that spot.
Yeah, there seems to be competition everywhere, but I think the one spot is going to be running back. And today they worked out Jeff Wilson Jr.
I saw that.
So
Fast from the pass.
I don't know if it's
House
just
homie.
another body,
yeah,
or something happened. I mean, Larry Kruger had said that, he was there yesterday and nothing seemed to happen to the running backs as far as injury wise.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see tomorrow. Kyle Shanahan speaks with the media tomorrow.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm not surprised about, but I'm actually I'm kind of happy that's happening is Brandon Ayuk is taking part in helping out the wide receiver coach, Leonard Hankerson. He's there during, the wide receiver work, like the individual workouts, the team periods, like he's constantly in the meetings. I think that's huge. Because it just kind of it brings that much more of an impact. Just BA's knowledge, obviously we're a different offense with him on the field.
Right.
But just him being around in that capacity and not just rehabbing, I think is actually pretty positive. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, I'm glad to hear that. Because that's great. He's not just, like you said, not just rehabbing, but actively doing something. He's doing something he loves too, and that means a lot. That his way of wanting to do things and be a part of the team.
Yeah, I mean, it must make the the brass happy. John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan. I know Clay Kubiak was great with it. He was happy that BA was that involved. Ty, what do you think?
Yeah, it's good to see that he's continuing to do this, because this didn't just start. It's been happening since OTAs. He's been doing this. Everyone chose to focus on his social media posts instead of what he was actually doing with the team. This has been going on. Like, he's been there. He's been participating in his way, being active, schooling up the young guys as much as he can, being that second coach, if you will, helping out. And that's what you want from your vet, right? hey, you know this offense, spread your knowledge, coach these guys up in your own way. It's a great thing to see. Like, fans need to really look at what's going on sometimes instead of focus on being negative, because he's been positive this whole time.
Dina, Rob D is going to call Xfinity for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Here come the reinforcements.
All right.
Terradome says,
What up, T?
folks? What's going on? Good to see you. We're talking a little Brandon Ayuk for those of you just joining us. But quickly moving over to tight end. We all know who tight end number 1 is, George Kittle. Tight end 2 is probably Luke Farrell. Tight end 3, you have Braden Willis, Mason Pline, Jake Tunges. Who do you think?
I stopped at number 2.
Is there?
I'm going to go Mason Pline at number 3.
I kind of agree with you, but it's kind of one of those things like, do we have a 3-headed coin that we can flip? A 3-sided coin? Because it's like, it could go either way. Like Ross Dwelly's in the mix too. Yeah, I forgot about him. You know, that could go either way. So,
I don't know. Apparently, from what people are reporting, Ross Dwelly does not look in shape.
Oh, really?
Probably isn't. Herb Pline's been out there making plays and contributing, though. So when you hear people like speak about a name more than others, you got to listen to that and be like, okay, he might be the guy. So that's why I agree with you on that one, Jess. And Terradome.
So tomorrow they are back at practice. Like I mentioned, Kyle Shanahan speaks with the media tomorrow afternoon. We'll hear more about, just how, just anything, after the fact of the practices, whether there's, injuries, hope not, knock on wood. But our last topic, it was brought out. Hold on 1 second. There we go. The top 5 teams in the NFC. 1 is the Philadelphia Eagles. 2 is the Niners. 3 is the Lions. 4 are the Bucks. 5 are the Rams. Do you agree with this?
Well, I like number 2.
Yeah.
Those other teams can suck it. But
I'm not into that number 1. But,
number 1.
Well, you know what? They're going to be number 1 because they won the Super Bowl. So.
Exactly. So they're going to be automatically number 1 on every list. You know, NFC, NFL, whatever. They're going to be number 1 automatically by default.
I would switch number 4 and 5. I don't know.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. Like, I'm shocked Tampa Bay is there at 4.
Yeah.
That one is the one that caught my eye immediately. Like, huh? Yeah. Like it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I would switch to 4 and 5
because I feel like Washington should be in here as well. Like, what'd you say, Jess? I'm sorry.
No, I said, what do you guys think in the chat? Like, put your put your answers. What you guys think? Terradome says, the teams, but not the order.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I'm probably being a little biased here, but I think the Niners are good at 2. The Lions at 3, not this year.
I know. I think they take a step backward. That's what I mean.
Yes.
Yes. They still have no defense. Their offensive coordinator's gone. Who knows that's going to affect them?
Defensive coordinator's gone.
But yeah. Heard one or two of their linemen is banged up. They might even start the season. So they got some issues going on there. For real.
You got issues.
They got issues. Girl, they got issues. I'll tell you.
Big time.
Yeah. So, and then like the Bucks being at 4 and then the Rams at 5. Like, I'm with you, Dina. I'd probably switch those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like now that you mention it, I'm just talking out of turn as usual. I would like put number 5 at number 3, and then
that's what Terradome was saying. Yeah.
And then put number 3 as
at like number 8.
Well, no.
But I would switch.
Hold on. So Dina, hold on. Here's a question for you though. At number 5 for the Rams, the guy in that picture, he may not be playing because he's got a bad back. And we know back issues are not good in the NFL. So
True.
Swap that guy.
They reported that he's complaining about a sore back.
Yeah.
Huh.
So swap that guy for James Garoppolo. Would you still switch it to 3?
No.
Oh no. No.
There was no hesitation.
She was like, "Oh no,
no." Take that back.
Both of you.
No.
From both of you. It was like, nope.
No. Never mind.
Matter of fact, take him off the list.
Yes.
Let me get a new number 5.
Terradome says, "Oh, that changes everything."
Yeah. No, never mind.
McNiner says Eagles lost players on their defense. Lions defense is mid. Buccaneers are just getting old. And last and definitely least, the Rams have quarterback issues. Yeah.
Buccaneers are getting old. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have Mike Evans, who's been there for like
ever. Yeah.
Right.
Nah, still got Chris Godwin there, who's been there forever.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
2
him.
older receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, Baker Mayfield is, still kind of young. But, he's getting up there. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, like the Eagles are going to be number 1 because they won the Super Bowl, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I like the Niners at 2. I think this is like a refreshed, revamped squad. That needs to stay healthy, and I think they're going about it the right way of being cautious with some of their players.
Very much so.
Let's go through that hurry up offense in the 2-minute warning.
Oh snap, hold up, my screen isn't responding.
Okay, Dina. Uh-oh. Did we lose you?
There you go. She's moving now.
Oh.
Yeah, me.
All right, you're up. Go ahead.
Oh, who? Me?
2-minute warning. Go.
Okay. Please, no more injuries. Everybody work together. Don't do anything stupid, and go Niners.
Ty.
Yeah, as everyone says, the vibes are different. Everything's different this year. Remember, last year was just an anomaly. That's not the team we are. And even with that, remember, we only missed the playoffs by 4 games, right? Very winnable games at that. So this team will be back, hitting the jaw stride. I love the reports from camp. Thank you, everybody out there who's giving us these reports. That's good stuff. And keep it coming. Can't wait to see, what we hear in the next couple of days.
Yeah. Shout out to the chat. You guys are awesome. We love you guys. We love the interaction each and every week. Shout out to Faithful Gear. Don't forget to get your customized Niners gear at faithfulgear209.com. Yeah, I mean, shout out, kudos to everybody reporting. We, Steph Sanchez, Larry Kruger, David Lombardi, like all those guys. Thank you for your reports, keeping, the Niner faithful in the loop. We definitely appreciate it. We will be back next week. Like I said last week, we are full steam ahead because the season is coming. And that's about it. Go Niners. We'll see you next week.
See you, everybody.
And of course, for the upstart 49ers, they're 6 yards away from Pontiac. 3rd and 3.
We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly.
Montana looking.